and in your own bloody time.
Oh my
Fan of the
God.
Hodaki.
Jace, I feel like you waited until I played that to talk. Okay? Just
Why can't I talk?
just because it's unprofessional. All right, here we go.
Fan of the Hodaki Big Show podcast? Make sure you check out more from Jace, Mike and Keezy on their Instagram at Hodaki Big Show, or tune in to them 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hodaki. Thanks, mate.
You're so anal, Keezy.
I'm what?
You're so anal.
No, I just like to run a slick operation.
I mean, if I want to talk over the top of the intro there, I'll bloody talk over the top
But
of the intro.
why?
It adds a bit of texture to the damn thing, all right?
Texture. Audio texture.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
God, you're in a shitty mood today. What's wrong with you? Thank
No.
God Pugson is in the studio with us.
It's because Mike's
Hello.
not here.
Is that why you're grumpy?
Yeah.
Hi, Pugson.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
You're in a shitter of a mood too. What's going on with you, mate?
I'm just worried about you.
Oh, you're worried about
I'm worried
me?
about your mallet finger because I'm getting that it's getting quite bad because you couldn't even lift up your show plan to bring it into the studio. I had to bring it in for you.
Yeah,
And
I
because
mean,
it's putting you in a hooer of a mood as well.
The issue that I've got with my mallet finger is I'm thinking more and more, because I have to have it in this for 6 to 8 weeks, this cast.
Oh, really? You haven't mentioned it.
And my concern is it's not going to repair and they're going to have to lop it off.
Yeah,
and
but-
I'm going to be one digit down.
But that's catastrophizing though, isn't it, Jace? That's not the only outcome.
No.
And if you think positively, maybe that won't happen. It could still happen.
And the other issue that I'm having with it is it's quite stinky.
Well, it's because you...
Smell my finger, Keezy.
Jace, stop
Keezy,
getting me to smell
It's
your
a funny
finger.
colour too.
Yeah, do you want to smell it, though? Smell it and tell me if you think that's off.
I don't know, it was smell it finger.
Look at the discoloration at the end of it,
Yeah.
Keezy, if you point at him.
Oh, it's like brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I did have to wipe today, and, because it's numb, I can't feel anything.
Yeah.
So
Did you do
there's-
3 instead of 2?
There's every chance there's fecal matter on that. But sniff it, though,
Jace,
and tell me if that
Jace,
smells wrong to
this
you.
is like a massive HR issue.
Is it?
Me sniffing your finger.
Well, I'm just saying because
What do you want me to sniff?
my finger.
Yeah, but what do you want me to smell on it?
Well, actually, listening to you speaking now, not a shit show in hell you'll smell anything with that block snoz. So it's not even worth it.
No.
But look, the issue that I have is that I shower obviously before I come into the show.
So here's what I'm thinking is, why don't you shower when your wife is actually at home so she can help you with it?
Well, that would mean, Pugs. God, you see what I mean in terms of the mood he's in? That would mean, Pugs.
Yeah.
That I'd have to shower early in the morning.
Correct.
So that my wife could do it. But then I go to the gym.
My wife.
And then I go to the gym. And I'm all sweaty because I go hard at the gym, man.
I forgot about the gym, sorry, mate.
And then I come home. So then what am I supposed to do, Keezy?
I just don't understand how moisture's getting in there if you're wrapping it properly.
Well,
Jace.
I'm putting it in a plastic bag and wrapping it up tight, but it seeps in there, Pug, son.
I was about to say, you could chuck a rubber glove on, like a dishwashing glove.
Yeah. Rubber band at the end of it.
Yeah. I did think about one of those medical blue ones.
You just thought about it though, eh?
Yeah. Oh,
No, but...
don't even.
So you are wrapping it up with like a plastic bag.
Yes.
And fuck, that's annoying.
So it's still seeping in there, but do you want to smell it, Pugs?
I'm good. Thank you, though.
Yeah. How are you going, though? You good? Good to have you in the on the outro. Of course, old Mogi getting his old nuss looked at.
That's right, we'll be catching up with him later in the show.
It's exciting.
It is. I wonder what it feels like, because I'd be very uncomfortable. Not like, when you go to the dentist and you're getting them and they're drilling and stuff, and you're like, oh, this is pretty bad, but it's not the end of the world. It's more the build up waiting to have that done.
Sure.
That is uncomfortable for me. So if I know that in like a week's time I'm getting the old colonoscopy, I'll be freaking out. But then once I'm there, I'm okay.
I'd be scared of farting.
It's yeah. Would you?
Yeah, well, it's like at the dentist. You're scared of saying
Farting.
something or and farting, but also speaking or moving your tongue or swallowing. And it's like,
Yeah, but I think, in fairness, Keezy, to you, you're a worrier.
I am.
And so
I think
so you like to, you think about something a week from now, and as I keep saying to you, just deal with it on the day, man.
Jace.
You don't need to get all worked up about shit that's not even. Don't
Catastrophizing.
Don't ruin today by worrying about tomorrow. All
all
right?
the possibilities of tomorrow. You're right, Jace. That's
Yeah.
really good advice, actually. I'm going to take that advice and completely change how I think starting now.
Yeah,
And now I don't really give a shit about anything.
yeah. So what? You're going to get a colonoscopy?
Nah, because I don't
No.
give a shit about it. anything.
Yeah.
Has this made you think maybe you should go get one?
Nah.
Why not?
Funny, I suffer from a thing called white coat syndrome. You heard of that, fellas?
White coke syndrome.
No, white coat syndrome.
Right.
You've heard of that, right?
Is that where you don't want to go to the doctor?
Yes. And when you go to the doctor, you literally have a panic attack.
Right. Do you actually suffer from that?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, and that's why whenever I go to the doctor, like when I went to get my smelly finger looked at my wife's medical clinic, actually,
Right.
They and the lady that was looking at me there said, "Oh, and I said to your wife, why don't I give Jace a blood pressure test and blah 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 as well while he's here, because it's good to do that."
Absolutely.
And I said, "Nah."
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keezy. The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
But the thing is, right, you can have white coat syndrome as much as you want, but you should still do those things.
Sure.
So, do you want me to come? Should we go to the doctor one day? And Pugs come
I'll
and film
come. I'll
it?
do social.
Yeah. Me having a massive panic attack at the doctor. No, but I don't actually have it anymore. But I had it so badly that my heart would race, and I would go, and my blood pressure would rise because I was
Yeah.
stressing out so much. And then, of course, that feeds into the whole paranoia because I go, "Oh, your blood pressure's not good. Oh, your heart rate, that is very, very high," which would then make me go, "Oh my God," and my heart rate would go even further up.
It's like a cycle.
I had to go for a medical for some filming thing, and the doctor came. The nurse said, "Oh, that's a really high heart rate that you're running there," and she said, "We'll need to do some tests for that." And I went, "Yeah, no worries," thinking that it was going to be further down the line. And I said, "Well, should I just book it in with you or blah blah blah?" And she said, "No, we need to do some tests now."
Right.
Jeez.
Like blood tests?
No, like heart monitoring my heart because it was pounding like a demon.
There must be ways of testing that stuff, though, for people with the same situation you've got going on, right? Because if you can't even test people, there must be a way to do it. Like chuck something on and then go home for an hour and just relax.
Well, that's why I get my testicles checked at the same time because it calms me down.
I think that's our interview out there.
What are
Because because when you like cradle them, I feel calm.
When I
feel
do.
like I'm in the womb.
Oh, right. That is the maritime people out there, actually. We should probably...
That's all right. Somebody's
Oh,
going
Toddy's
to grab
getting
them.
them. Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Well, we booked them for 3:30, so they can bloody well wait
fucking
till
wait, for
3:30.
God's sake. But yeah, no, I am bad.
Yeah.
I am bad.
Because even...
Genuinely. And she did ask me if I wanted my blood. And actually, the last time I took my blood pressure, it was pretty good.
Right, okay, that's
Nice.
good.
Like 180 over 400 or something.
I don't even know what that... Yeah, because I went to the doctors maybe 3 years ago and got a whole lot of blood tests taken.
Is that because was that when your testicles, you had one drooping?
No, that was another time.
Oh, right.
Yeah. This was... What did I have wrong with me this time? I can't even remember. I think it was something...
eczema?
It was something to do with my
Asthma.
penis.
Nurofen? No.
Did you say
Nebulizer?
with your
Nebulizer?
penis?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Foreskin action?
It was foreskin action.
Like actually?
No, it wasn't. I can't remember what it was for. It was for something. But I went to the doctor and then did a blood test for the specific thing. What the was it? But then she was like, "Oh, do you just want to test for everything?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And so they get I didn't realize, but they get out 7 vials of blood and they fill it up one after the other with the same thing that's in your arm.
Yeah.
And it was like quite sore by the end of it because she's like unplugging it from this thing that's plugged into your arm and then
Yeah.
plugging in another one, blah blah blah. And then she gets right to the end. She goes, "Oh, don't worry, it's all over." And then she starts putting them away on the trolley and then she goes, "Oh, I've forgotten to do one. Oh, that's annoying." And so she gets out a fresh one and plugs it in there where it was. It was so sore, Jason.
Yeah, man.
I'll tell you what
That
I
was a
battle
great
with
story.
is being a little thicker skin than you fellas. There's a little more layers.
Oh, it's hard to inject.
There's a few more layers to me to
Right.
get to the vein. And the last blood test I went to probably took her about 4 or 5 times
Prods.
to get to the vein, and she's like, "Oh, I just can't get this vein." And
Yeah.
she's being so blasé about it, and I'm like, "Yeah, and this fucking hurts."
Yeah, my daughter had that when she broke her leg over in Sydney, and they were trying to get blood, and it was worse than actually her breaking her leg. Them trying to extract blood out of her.
Far
But
out.
you see my veins. Look at those babies. Pups.
Oh, those varicose
that's
veins.
so
They
cool, Jace.
massively pop.
Wow.
I mean, if I was ever into needles and shit,
I'm
I'd
so
be
proud of you.
I'd be the man.
I do actually. I remember when I was younger, I was quite stoked that I had big veins. Because you know when it gets hot, you get quite big veins on your arms. Do you get that?
Nah.
Well, check them out, Keezy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're all good.
They're bulges.
Pretty sure they're in there, but
Let's have a vein
just
off.
gonna have to.
Sure.
Who's got the biggest vein?
Depends what vein what veins you're looking at.
Yeah,
Sure.
so good.
Like the ones in your forehead.
Damn, Pugs is.
He's
in a mood today, eh?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not allowed. You're not allowed to talk about. You're not allowed to talk about
my
your shaft.
My daughter's banned me from talking bullets and shafts.
Well, what are we going to talk about?
Yeah, exactly. That was my point, Keezy.
Well, we're going to have to make it a short show today then,
Totally.
because that's all we got.
I'm into that.
We can talk about that.
No, go, Pugs.
No, I was just gonna say. You remember those? You might have seen them. Oh,
Nah, carry on.
like scary movie, epic movie.
Yeah.
What are they?
Not another
it's
teen
like
movie?
a genre. It's like a genre of movie. What are they called?
Spoof.
No, it's like taking the piss out of.
I know
Parody.
what you mean. Parody.
Do you like parodies?
Yes.
Do you like a parody's nuts in your mouth?
Hey, got him!
Dick.
Oh, got him.
Thanks, man. I've been saving that.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Well executed. That was well executed, though.
Took me a while. I was hoping you would say parodies, but
Nah, sorry, I didn't click on until you said parody, and I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go.
Good one.
thanks.
Good. Hey, Pugs, son.
Yeah, man.
Studio B for you. Thanks, mate.
Hey, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Hodaki Big Show. Also, Hoity J, Mr. Mike Minogue, Chris KNZ, and Call Me Pugs as well.
Thanks, mate. Oh, by the way, what's this guy's name that we're talking to? You can remember?
His name is Matt.
Matt from Maritime, New Zealand.
That's right. All the info's in the doc.
Yeah, I don't ever read that.
Cool. I'll go fuck myself.